There are many smartphones under the price range of 20k from all the major brands. If you're confused about which one to buy, then you will get the answer in this video. Stay tuned until the end because I will tell you about 5 smartphones to consider getting the best value for your buck. Hey guys, this is Dave and I hope you're doing great. I have shortlisted 5 phones you may consider while making a purchase. The first phone on the list is Moto G60. This phone features a quad camera setup where the primary camera is 108 megapixel, 8 megapixel of wide, 2 megapixel of depth and 32 megapixel of front facing. The camera performance is decent, not the best. This phone also comes with a Snapdragon 732G chipset and a full HD 6.8-inch IPS display that supports a 120Hz of refresh rate. You get a massive 6000 mAh battery, makes this phone a little more cumbersome. However, you can use this phone for about 1.5 days or 2 days because of such a massive battery. This phone comes with a stock Android 11 operating system and Motorola promises to give you updates for the next 2 years and upgrade to Android version 12. You may consider this phone for a stock Android experience. There are no bloatwares or unnecessary pre-installed apps or advertisements you get to see in this phone. You may decline this phone if you don't like big or heavy phones. The next phone is Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. By far, this is the best phone under 20k. This phone comes with 6.67 inches of Full HD Super AMOLED display that supports 120Hz of refresh rate and 240Hz of touch sampling rate to improve your gaming experience. This display is bright and vibrant. You also get a Snapdragon 732G chipset and a 520 mAh battery that is coupled with 33 watts of fast charger in the box. You can easily use this phone for about 1.5 days with a moderate usage. This phone features a 108 megapixel of primary camera, 8 megapixel of ultra wide, 2 megapixel of depth sensor and 5 megapixel of macro camera. You can take pretty good pictures in a daylight as well as in a low light. Please consider this phone if you need a complete package under this price range. I could not find any cons considering the value this phone offers at this price. The next phone on the list is Poco X3 Pro. This phone comes with a 6.67 inches of Full HD Plus display that supports a 120Hz of refresh rate. It is an IPS display that is good but not as good as the AMOLED display provided on the Redmi Note 10 Pro. But the phone highlight is the Snapdragon 860 chipset, as this is the only phone under 20k that offers a premium range chipset from previous year. Consider this phone if you need a phone for the best performance and lengthy gaming sessions. There are no cons because this phone gives you the best value for your money. However, you may decline this phone due to a lack of AMOLED display. Next phone is Iqoo Z3. This is the only 5G phone on the list. This phone comes with a 6.57 inches of IPS display. This display is pretty good and vibrant with a peak brightness of 1300 nits that supports a 120Hz of refresh rate and 180Hz of touch sampling rate to improve your gaming experience. You also get to see India's first 768 Snapdragon chipset on this phone. You get a 4400 mAh battery that can charge in 50 minutes with the help of 55 watts of flash charger. This phone comes with 64 megapixel of autofocus camera and 16 megapixel of front facing camera, and you can take some pretty good shots with its camera. Consider this phone for good performance and camera and decline this phone for FunTouch OS. Next phone on the list is Samsung M51. This phone features a 6.67 inches of Full HD Plus Super AMOLED display. However, it doesn't support a 120Hz refresh rate. Quality of the display is pretty good. You will love watching your favorite content on this phone. It has a quad camera setup, 64 megapixel of main camera, 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, 5 megapixel depth sensor and 5 megapixel macro camera and 32 megapixel of front camera. You can take some good shots with both front and back camera. You get a Snapdragon 730G chipset that gives you decent performance. The battery is massive 7000 mAh that can last about 1.5 days to 2 days depending upon your usage. You may consider this phone if you are looking for a non-Chinese brand, a good display, a good camera and a good battery life. However, this bigger battery makes this phone little heavy to use with one hand. It also struggles to capture photos in low light as well. However, it takes good photos in daylight. So guys, this was my list for the best phones under 20k. You may consider the Redmi Note 10 Pro for the best all-rounder performance and for camera. Consider the Poco X3 Pro for gaming, Moto G60 for good battery life and strong Android experience. And if you love watching content on your phone, then you may consider Redmi Note 10 Pro, Samsung M51 and Iqoo Z3, because all these three phones comes with a very good display quality. And guys, don't get worried about 5G phone right now, because it will still take another couple of years to get in action. So it is just a gimmick right now from all the brands to bring your attention. However, if you still want to consider 5G, Iqoo Z3 is the good option with a good display and camera. Thank you everyone for your time. Please like and subscribe to this channel for such informative videos. Let me know in the comment section below for any suggestion, or if you want to add any other phone on the same list. Thank you for watching Tech Enzyme, and I will see you soon in my next video.